With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the NFL's third leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They go play action with Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 41 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now Lance wants to change him up. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Rams, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. DJ Chark His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple got.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CDA helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Chubb on the read option. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. On play action, Lawrence. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Lance throwing on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's taken on the 25. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.T. Perry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Could be it. This could be a turning point.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Robbie Chosen, 26 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lance. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They pitch it to Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Lawrence. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robbie Chosen as the first half is winding down. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before half for Lance. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. 118 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Lawrence will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Run it out.
Working from the gun, Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Keep it together, offense. Keep it together. Roll it, boys. Time to go get set. All right, let's spread the ball around this way.
And Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Could be it. This could be the turning point.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Lance to throw on second down here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Lance looks to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They take a shot downfield there, but it lines up falling incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Taken in at the 11. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here, really talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like bodybuilders in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for L.A. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Counts it concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On first down, Lance. Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Lance looking to throw it.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. A give running right is Chubb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Lawrence.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Rams. DJ Chark with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Rams are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Down the sideline he goes.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Now Lawrence.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Mike Williams
from 6 yards away.
And the Rams take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Keep it up.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And Lance will try again on second down.
Dancing to his left. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to let it fly. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Big 13 heavy. 30 left.
Here's a running play now with Chark. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment